Good morning, everyone. Hopefully, you guys are all surviving a lockdown due to coronavirus. You're staying sane, but let's see what we've got today for PE. So we'll go over our objectives. On the agenda today, we get review of the posterior body muscles. We're going to talk about the types of muscle contractions. We're going to do a meditation with Headspace. There's a conditioning piece, and of course, finish up with an assessment today. So, our objectives. We're going to review the posterior, the real muscles of the body that we did last week. Um, make sure everyone has a good understanding of where the muscles are and what they do. We're going to understand the different types of muscle contractions in the body. We're going to gain a better understanding of ourselves through some meditation, and we're going to increase the cardiovascular and muscular endurance today. So as we go through the muscles of the posterior, I want you guys to put your fingers or hand on each muscle as we go over them. Contract the muscle, relax it, and pay attention to how the body is moving with that muscle, what that muscle is doing for the body, and you'll have a better understanding of how things work. All right, first up, our trapezius, right? Large muscle between the shoulders and neck, and you put your fingers up there, shrug your shoulders. You're going to feel the trapezius contract. You'll feel that contraction there. Right? Also, if you lift one arm up overhead, you'll feel that same contraction there as well. Okay. All right, next up, get the tricep muscle. So put your fingers on the back of your upper arm on that tricep. Right? I don't want you to open up the elbow joint. So the arm is straightening itself out. You will feel the tricep muscle contract as you do that. Okay? So again, open up that elbow, extend the arm. You're going to feel the tricep there. All right, our latissimus dorsi. You put your hand under your armpit, and you should be able to feel that lat. As you reach out in front and pull backwards, you're going to feel that lat moving. Okay. Also, if you reach your arms up overhead and pull straight down, you'll feel the lat contract there. All right, next, our gluteus maximus, booty. Okay, if you are sitting down, stand on up. Again, do a squat. Put your hand on your glute and feel how that muscle contracts and relaxes as you do your squat. Now the hamstring. Again, put your fingers on the back side of your thigh, okay, and extend, and flex your knee joint. Right, you can feel the hamstring contracting as your heel comes towards your body, towards your glutes. And then lastly, the gastrocnemius, or the calf. Again, you can feel that as you push down with your toes and the heel comes up, you'll feel that gastrocnemius contracting. See what your body does as you are moving these muscles. The three types of muscular contractions we're going to look at today are concentric, eccentric, and isometric. Okay? Now, you may have heard some of those before, you may not. Let's take a first look at this first one, a concentric muscle contraction. In this case, we're going to look at the bicep, and a concentric contraction is when the muscle is actively shortening. So if we take a quick look at this video, you can see the bicep muscle right here. As it contracts, as this hand comes up, the bicep muscle is shortening during its contraction. So anytime you have a shortening of the muscle, that's a concentric contraction. All right, an eccentric contraction, we're going to look at the bicep again, but the eccentric contraction is when the muscle is actively lengthening. Okay? So not when you're just flopping it open, but when it's lengthening under a load, under control. So here, if we look at the video again, here's a concentric contraction, and as it's extending, there's our eccentric contraction. Let's imagine we have some type of load in the hand, and it's controlling it on the way down. The muscle is lengthening under control. Another good example of an eccentric contraction is our quadricep muscle when the foot contacts the ground when you're running. So the muscle is lengthening as it's slowing the descent of your body towards the ground, and then there's a concentric contraction directly after that. All right, lastly, the isometric contraction. This is when a muscle is held at a fixed length. Basically, the muscle's not moving, but it is controlling a load. So here we have a video of a plank, right? The abdominals, the deltoids, the pectorals, these are all holding steady at a fixed length when doing a plank. So we can see nothing's moving, but there is a contraction going on with all those muscles. We call it an isometric contraction. Okay, next up we are going to do part 2 of our mindfulness practice. So hopefully you're in a good place that's quiet, that you're able to do this meditation, and I'll be back when the meditation is over.
So welcome back to Basics and to session 2. Now in our last session, you took perhaps your very first 10 minutes of headspace. And for some people, that's perhaps a little easier than expected. For some people, it's more challenging. I think often when we first sit down, it can feel a bit alien, having nothing to do, just witnessing all the thoughts coming and going. So just remember that this is a new skill, that the mind is always changing, and that over time, the mind will settle down. So this stage is really just about sort of increasing our sense of familiarity and rhythm with the practice. So we're going to begin as we did last time, just taking a moment to get comfortable. Remember, eyes open, nice soft focus. Doesn't matter sitting in a chair on the floor, but sitting upright in a relaxed and comfortable position. And just starting with a couple of nice big deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, as you breathe in through the nose, focusing on the lungs expanding, as they fill with air. And as you breathe out through the mouth, just noticing how the muscles in the body soften. And with the next out breath, just gently closing the eyes, feeling the weight of the body press down. That contact between the body and the surface beneath you. The sensation of the soles of the feet on the floor. Noticing where the point of contact is strongest. Whether it's on the heel, the toe, the inside, or the outside of the foot. Feeling the weight of the arms. The hands just supported by the body, by the legs. And just starting to get a better sense of the space around you now. Taking a moment to notice the different sounds, just settling in to that space. So as you're doing this, rather than reaching out to notice sounds, it's just allowing the sounds to come to you. Just acknowledging them, not resisting them in any way. Just letting them be part of the exercise. And as always, just allowing thoughts to come and go. And not trying to stop thoughts. Just noticing when the mind's wandered. And now just bringing the attention back to the body again. And just as we did in the last session, we're just going to scan down from head to toe. Just building up a picture of how the body feels. So as you scan down, noticing those areas that feel relaxed. Noticing the areas that feel tense in some way. Just acknowledging it and continuing to scan downwards. So knowing that it's normal for the mind to wander. Noticing when it has. Just bringing the attention back to the body. As you scan down towards the toes and perhaps just beginning to notice that movement of breath in the body. That rising and falling sensation. Whether it's in the stomach, diaphragm, chest, shoulders, not looking to change it in any way. And breath traveling in and out through the nose. Just noticing where in the body you feel that movement. Noticing if the breaths are long or short. And just to help with maintaining that focus, just starting to count the breaths as they pass. Again, 1 with the rising sensation, 2 with the falling sensation, then 3, then 4, just to a count of 10, and then starting again at 1. So just trying that on your own now. So allowing thoughts to come and go. The only time we need to do anything is when we realize that the mind has got distracted, it's wandered off. And in that moment, just letting go of the thought, just gently bringing the attention back to the breath and just picking it up from the number we left off on. Each time just gently coming back to the breath. And then just for a moment, just as we did before, letting go of any focus, even any focus on the breath, and just allowing the mind to do whatever it wants to do. And if it wants to think, let it think. Have nothing to do at all. And then just gently bringing the attention back to the body. So just coming back to the physical contact, the sensations again. The body against the surface beneath you, the feet on the floor, and the hands and the arms just resting on the legs. And just starting to notice the sounds around you, perhaps even the smells as well. So just bringing the mind back into the senses, into the body. And then in your own time, whenever you're ready, just gently opening the eyes again. And just as you did yesterday, before you move, before you do anything, just take a moment to notice how it feels right now, whether it feels any different than before the exercise. In so many ways, this is such a simple, straightforward exercise, but often we come to it with so many expectations, so many ideas about what should happen, that can sometimes get in the way of the process. So remember, this exercise isn't about getting rid of thoughts. It's about getting comfortable with thoughts, learning to focus a little more, but most of all, being at ease.
All right, the conditioning piece for today's workout. You're going to do each exercise in order as it's written. So you're going to do 50 squats, then you're going to do 40 sit-ups, 30 push-ups, 20 lunges, 10 burpees, right, in that order. This is what we call a chipper workout, where you basically chip away at it. You start with at the top and you work your way down. So what I want you to focus on today, move quickly through each individual exercise, but I want you using great technique. So don't allow sloppy technique to come in. So make those squats. We're getting all the way down, getting those hips below the top of the knee. Sit-ups coming all the way up. And as you go back, you're going to touch the shoulders to the floor. The push-ups, get a full range of motion. Okay, keep that body straight. Touch the chest to the floor at the bottom and extend those arms at the top of the push-up position. For the lunges, remember to keep that chest upright and touch your back knee to the ground before you come back up to the standing position. And the burpees, I'm not all that concerned with great technique on the burpees. At this point in the workout, you're going to be pretty tired. So keep in mind the burpees are just get all the way down, touch your chest and thighs to the ground, get back up, and jump up. All right, when you are finished with everything, go to Schoology to find the link for the assessment. And if you want to see the replay of this, go to my YouTube channel and you can watch the video there. On Thursday, we will make sure you have the weight that you created for yourself, because the workout will require you to have some type of homemade weight. Have a great day.